It's playoff time here at the Esport Company for the High School League. In Week 6 of Rocket League Division 2, we had a ton of matchups. Starting off at game number 1, it was Bishop Carroll versus Penn Trafford, Hollidaysburg versus Brothersvalley, Salisbury Elk versus Windber, and Gateway at Forest Hills. Let's take a look at our top 5 plays for this week. This final week before we go into playoffs. Starting off at number 5, it's Shredder Luke of Hollidaysburg getting the double tap off the wall for that goal. Wow, in your screen, in your face for that 5 play. Moving on to number 4, it's going to be Step Bro of Penn Trafford getting his own rebound off the wall for that number 4 play goal. And moving on to number 3, it's going to be a pair of saves from Bishop Carroll, starting off with the first save by Lukey06. This ball comes back and a second shot is going to be had on net, but it is Lukey again for that second save for Bishop Carroll for that number 3 play. Moving on to number 2, it's Waffle Wolf with great air ball control and a little bit of luck to put that one in the back of the net to tie things up at 1 apiece for that game. Take a look at this again. Pops that ball up. Great play by the Mega Blaziken, but unlucky bounce there off of Vaco into the back of the net. Moving on to number 1, speaking of Vaco, he is going to be our number 1 play, going off the wall, spiraling, getting that ball control, putting that one home for Penn Trafford to win 3-0 over Bishop Carroll. Hollidaysburg gets a 3-0 victory. Forest Hills, was Vaco's play 3-0, and Windber is still on top, undefeated for Division 2. And is out.
Hello and welcome back. It is another beautiful day for Rocket League. You, of course, have just tuned into the Esport Company's High School League for Rocket League Division 2 of the Spring 2022 season, and we are in playoffs. That's right, we are in the quarterfinals of playoffs. It is so exciting. I, of course, am your host for today, Alexander T. Kresek, and I am joined by the lovely Will Jenkins, aka it's Wilson. Will, how are you feeling? How are you feeling today?
I am feeling great. Playoff action. There's no better time than this right here when the competition hits that fever pitch that everyone's been waiting for. And I honestly cannot wait to get into these games.
Me too. It is so exciting. We've seen so much great, fantastic action out of these teams all season long. Of course, Windber at the top of this D2 season looking fantastic. Haven't dropped a single series, 6-0, looking at that perfect score. But of course, we have a lot of other great competitors that have sort of been nipping at the heels of Windber. So maybe we might be able to see an upset here.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm looking forward to see if the Kings can get dethroned. I mean, they look so dominant during that regular season, but like you said, it's playoff action. Anything can happen. And you know, we've seen it in esports, and we've seen it in real sports too. Never count out any team that's in the playoffs because they are there for a reason, and they are there to win.
Yes, absolutely. While we're talking about the playoffs, let's take just a really quick look at the quarterfinal schedule that we have going on here. Of course, we had Windber versus Salisbury Elk, which Salisbury Elk unfortunately will not be participating. So Windber is going to get a win there. And then, of course, Penn Trafford versus Gateway. That'll be the first matchup that we'll be focusing on. I'm really excited because these teams are so close, finishing basically the same, I believe. Actually, Penn Trafford just a little bit above Gateway. So there is a little bit of an edge, but these teams have been going back and forth all season. Very exciting.
Yeah, and honestly, like you said, so close. And honestly, these middle matchups are the money makers when it comes to playoff times, because you're seeing these teams that are so close in ranking and so close in skill and record coming and clashing against each other, whereas they only meet, I believe, once during the regular season. So it's pretty interesting to see what's gonna happen in those games and honestly see who comes out on top.
Yeah, and then of course later, after we have Penn Trafford versus Gateway, we will also get to watch Forest Hills versus Bishop Carroll. Again, another one of those middle kind of area matchups where it feels like it could go either way. We feel like it's going to be Forest Hills, and I always am leaning towards Forest Hills, but anything could happen when we're looking at those middle matchups. But for now, let's take a look at Penn Trafford versus Gateway before you say anything, Will, because I know that you're feeling it. Let's take a look at the Penn Trafford lineup here. Will, walk us through who we're looking at.
Yeah, for Penn Trafford, it's going to be Burb, and then a bit of a new person that we haven't seen a whole lot of in Sea of Thieves. Great game as well. Highly recommend that with your friends. Of course, finished off by Monkey. And that's going to be a dangerous team. But of course, on the other side, you have Pop Puke, who's going to be subbing in for Stalin Kirby. And then you have Alpha Key. And then you have Zidarks at the end. Not a team to sleep on at all. And having Pop Puke playing for Stalin Kirby, that's going to be something to keep an eye on during the match.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you're right. You kind of touched upon the thing here. These rosters are not exactly the normal roster that we saw a lot of during the regular season. We have seen Sea of Thieves a couple of times, but not really someone that we've seen start out on Penn Trafford. And then, of course, on the side of Gateway, right? Alpha Key, one of those players that we haven't really seen a whole lot of either.
So we are getting into things here. Sorry to cut you off there, Alex, but an early miss makes them pay, and Banana Monkey doing what he does best for Penn Trafford as they open things up. An early 1-0, only 6 seconds into the game.
Wow, that was so fast. Oh my gosh, Gateway did not have a chance to react to that speed.
Yeah, and honestly, you got to be careful about that if you are Gateway. Missing an early ball there. Ooh, Alpha Key with a chance to take a shot into net, and Zidark's coming and trying to follow that up, but not quite going to be able to put it in. Like I was saying, having that, you can't make these crucial defensive errors against Penn Trafford, because they are a team that will absolutely make you pay for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Penn Trafford very, very dominant when it comes to capitalizing on those mistakes. Sea of Thieves going to take possession of the ball. I'm really curious to see how they fit into the lineup of Penn Trafford here, because like I said, we haven't seen a whole lot of them. We've seen a little bit, but not a lot. Also Burb, one of those players that we've heard sort of rumblings. We've seen a little bit of them. We haven't seen a whole lot. Banana Monkey seems to be like that staple.
Yeah, Banana Monkey definitely one of the star players for this team. But Sea of Thieves trying to do a little bit of aerial action. Burb gets a shot on the goal, but it's, of course, stopped by Alpha Key, who is able to get it off the wall, and now a potential counterattack opportunity. Zidark's sending it into the end of Penn Trafford. And that gets dealt with, though, by the defense. Ball in the center. Sea of Thieves wide open net, puts it away.
Yeah, and that was really all set up because of Burb able to get past two of the defense. Sea of Thieves just there to secure that goal. Penn Trafford going up 2-0, very dominant lead so far, but nothing too much that Gateway can't make it back up.
Yeah, and another thing you also have to remember, these are best of 5s. So if one team drops a game, it's not the end of the world. No need to panic. And great. I think actually no one on Gateway was able to get onto that. I think that Penn Trafford just had a double commit and hit it away. Speaking of double commits, Gateway with a double commit shot onto net is saved by Burb, and now quick counter attack. Banana Monkey putting a cross at the goal, and it gets saved by Alpha Key at the last second, and some great team play coming out of Penn Trafford right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, what a fantastic touch from Banana Monkey. And the saves are coming out. This is something that we've talked about with Gateway being such a defensive powerhouse. A lot of these teams take shot after shot on them, but they're normally able to defend. Oh, just a slight error there.
Right there.
Yeah, exactly. Alpha Key just not in the complete right spot. Barely gets past. Actually doesn't jump up fast enough. And with that, Penn Trafford going to go up 3-0, looking very dominant as we are passing that halfway point of the game.
Yeah, and like I said, you can't allow these defensive mistakes on your end. I mean, it's just absolutely crucial that you make sure you give Penn Trafford nothing to work with. And right now we're seeing the consequences of that happening. 2 defensive errors have led to goals for Penn Trafford against Gateway. So if you're Gateway, maybe trying to have someone step up on the defensive end, because right now it's just Alpha Key doing everything for the team right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what a goal from Sea of Thieves!
What
my goodness
goal indeed. As you're talking about, Alpha Key trying to move the ball upfield. Sea of Thieves from the goal line, just getting that shot. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, and like I said, you can't have these defensive mistakes. No one's back there, and it's just perfectly placed by Sea of Thieves. Now with 2 goals and a save, doing some work for Penn Trafford here. Maybe a late star emerges in the playoffs. as we haven't seen much of him in the regular season, but right now he's putting in some quality performances for Penn Trafford.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they were keeping Sea of Thieves as a surprise for the playoffs, where they don't want the other teams to realize the strats or be prepared for a player like Sea of Thieves, who has really been shining right now. Burb gonna get that pinch off the wall, passing it over to Banana Monkey, who's not gonna be able to do anything with it. Alpha Key trying to run away, but the defensive pressure, even the offensive pressure from Penn Trafford is just too much. Oh my gosh, what a touch!
What a great team play that is as well. I mean, oh no, that was just all Sea of Thieves. I thought that was one of his teammates that passed it to him, but no, he passed it to himself off the wall and just glides it into that net. That's about as good as they come. Sea of Thieves starting to show off a little bit now.
Yeah, what team if you just alley-oop to yourself? It
can be done, and Sea of Thieves I was gonna make a really bad pun, but I'm gonna refrain from having everyone feel that. Goes for the flip reset and gets it off. Sea of Thieves. Oh my goodness. Absolutely textbook flip reset right there. All 4 wheels touch, gets the flip, puts it in the back of the net to make it 6-0. 4 goals for Sea of Thieves on 5 shots.
Yeah, and honestly, just Gateway was just not ready for a maneuver like that. Oh my gosh.
I wasn't ready for a maneuver like that.
Almost a goal off kickoff again, but Alpha Key is there to try to get it away. Sea of Thieves winning that 50-50 and putting the pressure on even more. Banana Monkey's going to finish it off. The game is completely running away from Gateway as Penn Trafford asserting their dominance here.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get an easier goal than that right there. Banana Monkey, though, being in a great spot to put that one away, though, still takes a good amount of skill to be in those scenarios in the first place, and he's rewarded with an easy goal. Sea of Thieves, the shot on the net, doesn't quite go in, but Burb is there for the cleanup, and like you said, this is getting out of hand. Penn Trafford running away with
Yeah, and that was an entire team play from Penn Trafford here. We saw Banana Monkey set it up, Sea of Thieves hit it off the wall, and then Burb to finish it. Everyone was getting involved for that play. And at that point, Gateway just could not do anything. They could not predict where the ball is going. Pop Puke trying to run away with it, but Banana Monkey just too fast. And honestly, if you're Gateway, one player cannot individually beat out the three of Penn Trafford. They're going to really start needing to work together, banding together, not just relying on one player like an Alpha Key or Pop Puke to run away with it. And speaking of running away, that ball is just going to roll into the net. Burb getting credited for that 9-0. Penn Trafford completely in control of this game with only 13 seconds to go.
Yeah, Gateway looking lost defensively, triple committing to the ball, not having rotations at all. This is not where you want to be if you're a Gateway. Defense has been virtually non-existent outside of Alpha Key. And honestly, I think they need to figure this out, or else we're going to see several more games just like this one here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, when we look on the side of Gateway, Pop Puke, typically one of those standout players, has been unusually quiet. Hasn't really made a whole lot happen. But if we look on the side of Penn Trafford, oh my gosh, look at all of those players doing phenomenal. All of them are touching the ball. They're getting goals. I mean, Sea of Thieves, 4 goals, Burb, 2 goals, Banana Monkey, 3 goals, each of them. I mean, Sea of Thieves, Burb had 6 shots. Banana Monkey had 7 shots. They're all just touching the ball and making plays happen.
Yeah, and honestly, incredible team play from Penn Trafford. We saw them string together some great passes and great shots. And like I said, Gateway just looked a step slow. I mean, there wasn't really much that they could do. And like you said, Pop Puke, virtually non-existent with 4 zeros across the board. Same goes for Zidarks. Alpha Key with 4 saves and 2 shots, trying to do the most for his team, but unfortunately, one person cannot beat 3, like you said. And, we'll see it. We'll see it. Yeah, we're good. We'll see if
he said, "I'll help out Penn Trafford."
No. They don't need it. But Gateway needs to figure out what to do defensively, or else this is gonna get out of hand.
Absolutely. Yeah, here we go. Speaking of getting out of hand, Sea of Thieves trying to make something happen early on. Unfortunately, going to miss that, but Penn Trafford still on the aggression.
Oh my goodness.
Pass a defense and no one is there. No one can stop it.
I mean, yeah, another triple commit by the team. There's no one back there. Banana Monkey, another easy, wide open goal yet again, and just like that, it takes a little longer for them to get their first goal.
Pop Puke. Burb there.
What a shot.
Can Gateway do anything? No, they can't touch it. Alpha Key trying to keep it alive, but it's going to get demoed. Oh my gosh, Zidarek.
That's a dangerous ball into the center, but Burb deals with it. No one on Gateway in a rotation to do so. And like I said, it seems Penn Trafford just has this team play, like down to a science. Meanwhile, Gateway just feels like 3 individual people just driving around doing whatever they want. As Zidarks misses that one, but Alpha Key is gonna hit that one and get it cleared out, and now a potential chance for a counterattack, but Sea of Thieves stops it, but he does get, or no, he takes out Alpha Key.
Yeah, how does that happen?
I'm not sure.
Running into them, but Pop Puke,
wide open net. Pop Puke misses the goal. No, that could have been the one to tie it, folks, and just can't quite put that one in the back of the net.
Oh, that just hurts a little bit. Banana Monkey gonna get a touch on it. It's just a little high. Burb to follow up. Zidarek's getting the block, and now Gateway has an opportunity, but Sea of Thieves taking it and throwing it in the air, going for that reset.
Well, he tried it again. He tried to get that flip reset that he had in the first game. Wasn't quite able to do anything with it. And now ball gets cleared. Alpha Key just barely missing that one. And that's such an awkward ball to try and hit. And Sea of Thieves puts the second goal on the board for Penn Trafford with 3:15 left in this match.
Oh man, and that is so sad because you saw both Pop Puke and ZRX moving forward trying to intercept that, and instead of the ball being shot at the net, it was more of a lob, and they could not do anything about it because it got behind them.
Yeah, and that's such an awkward angle for any team to try and deal with right there, and in the end leads to another goal. And you saw two players in the goal, but at the back of it, and meanwhile, while I'm talking there, Alpha Key trying to bring his team back from the brink of destruction, puts the scoreline up to 2-1. Great awareness to find that ball and put it in the back of the net, and showing Penn Trafford they can't just sit around. You know, they have to remember that Gateway is still here in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely, and we see the scoreline doesn't quite show it right now, but Pop Puke definitely being more active and more invested, more involved in this game, allowing Alpha Key, who really was carrying the team, to get a little bit of weight off their shoulders.
Oh my goodness.
Alpha Key getting the second goal, tying the game up. 2 minutes and 35 seconds. This is a game. This is no longer a 9-0 that we saw game 1. Gateway is here to play.
I guess you could say that this is Rocket League. I mean, what a play by Alpha Key. And just like that, folks, we are tied up here with plenty of time left, though. But this is playoff Rocket League in its prime. Alpha Key trying to get that one off and to the end of Penn Trafford. Pop Puke's there, but he can't quite put it in. Sea of Thieves is also there to contest him. Ball going across. What a save by Bird.
Oh my gosh, and this is so dangerous for Penn Trafford. We see the Gateway is fully come alive here. They're just taking shots. They're trying to make things happen. It is all that they can do to stay alive, but Burb gonna get taken down now. The power play opportunity, and Alpha Key is gonna take advantage of that. Gateway goes
single-handedly trying to will his team back as Gateway takes the lead. First time that they have led in these games. 1:54 left, having a goal advantage. Alpha Key, 3 goals now, gets the hat trick on 4 shots.
And here we go, another opportunity from Gateway. Banana Monkey gonna demo ZRX, and Sea of Thieves gonna get it away from Alpha Key. Burb has a shot. Sea of Thieves dropping it down, cannot quite get that, but that was so close, so dangerous. Banana Monkey keeping it alive. No one there to contest though. They wanted to let the play die.
Yeah, I think if Penn Trafford's gonna get a goal here to tie this one up, they got to take out Alpha Key, because right now he is looking dangerous on the offensive and defensive end. So definitely the key player for you to try and take out of this game. Maybe rule 1 him, maybe demo him a bunch. But you need to deal with that fast. But Sea of Thieves saying we don't need to do any of that. I can score it myself. Scores yet again, giving me a second goal on 3 shots in this one.
Yeah, and this again is another miscommunication we see coming out from Gateway, where all 3 members went over towards the side of Banana Monkey, that right side of the goal, and then no one was there for Sea of Thieves, who was just there to finish it off. Banana Monkey trying to do a little fake and still trying to make something happen. Oh my gosh. And so far, Gateway's fallen for every single trick that Banana Monkey was throwing out. They just could not finish it up. And 50 seconds remaining. Can Gateway stay alive? That is a start. Alpha Key's knocking it away.
Yeah, and Sea of Thieves went for that flip reset. Wasn't quite able to get it. Got pretty close yet again. And just like this, oh, defensive error though. And just like that, Pop Puke puts it in. And Gateway back up on top here in game number 2.
Yeah, that is what we like to see. I mean, the scoreline definitely showing it a bit more. Pop Puke being very active in the game. Of course, Alpha Key, the MVP of Gateway so far, but it's a team game. You can't do it alone. So Pop Puke really exploding here is exactly what Gateway needed.
Yeah, and now ball dangerously in front of Gateway's goal, but Alpha Key is able to deal with it and puts it back out into the middle. And he's going to get onto it yet again. He might just take this one all the way himself. Oh my goodness. And he does. A 2-goal lead now for Gateway. Alpha Key, we said someone couldn't single-handedly beat a team, but right there, he just did exactly that. 4 goals on 5 shots now. And all of a sudden, Penn Trafford shell-shocked in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little shell-shocked. Is that commentator's curse where I said that someone cannot 1v3 a team?
I think that might be, because he literally just did it.
Yeah, we watched Alpha Key literally run through the entire team, go all the way through the whole team. Gateway's winning game number 2. This is a set. Oh my gosh.
Wow. I'm genuinely lost for words after watching that. I mean, it looked like a completely different team there. Alpha Key definitely coming to play. 4 goals, 5 shots. Got freed up on that defensive end and allowed him to do the counterattack. And honestly, Penn Trafford's offense was great. However, their defense and defensive rotations were not very good at all. And I think that's what spelled their doom in that last game.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams leave themselves very, very open when they go for an aggressive play. And before in game 1, Penn Trafford was just able to keep possession of the ball. They were able to keep the ball in Gateway's half. So even if Penn Trafford pushed up a little bit too far or got a little too out of rotation, didn't really matter because they could just get the ball back, keep possession. This game, Gateway did a great job of pushing Penn Trafford back, making sure that it was a bit more evenly distributed of where the ball was. It wasn't just in Gateway's side. And honestly, being able to disrupt those rotations, slow down the opposing team and get some goals of your own is exactly what they needed to do. And that's what they did. Alpha Key really had the ability to shine by actually being aggressive, actually being on the offense.
Yeah, and Alpha Key, definitely the difference maker in that last game. He absolutely dominated that. Also was able to 1v3 the team of Penn Trafford. So now, here we are, folks. Things are tied up. I believe we are going to be getting into the game very shortly. Definitely going to be an interesting case. And here we go. Game number 3 underway, and an early ball right in front of the Gateway goal. Sea of Thieves not able to do anything with it though.
Oh, it's so dangerous though. Gateway with that triple defensive commit. Thank goodness Alpha Key was able to touch it, but have to be so careful with things like that. And we see Penn Trafford really trying to get off to an aggressive start. We've seen them do it before. So far, they've not been able to make anything happen, and they have to be careful because Gateway's swinging back.
Yeah, and a great save there by Sea of Thieves, who's now on the offensive. His ability to change speeds and a little bumping of his teammate there. Definitely hungry for that ball. Alpha Key trying to do something with it, but he gets bumped off, and I think that's what you need to do if you are Penn Trafford, to try and stop this. Alpha Key with a dangerous ball in front of his own net. And Banana Monkey almost makes him pay right there.
Yeah, that was definitely a dangerous cross. I know Alpha Key was trying to get it out of trouble, but may have put it more in trouble. We're going to see Alpha Key get demoed by Banana Monkey. The power play for Penn Trafford. Can they make something happen? And they almost did. Alpha Key coming in at the last second.
Yeah, and right there, that is exactly what you need to do if you're Penn Trafford. You need to get Alpha Key out of this game. It makes sure you don't overextend while doing it. And right now, it seems like it is working. Sea of Thieves puts it in. Penn Trafford goes up 1-0 here with 3:33 left on the clock.
Yeah, very unfortunate defense from Zitorex. Trying to get the ball away, but unfortunately just taps it into the net. So Sea of Thieves going to get credited for that, but of course there was another player on the side of Penn Trafford to keep up that aggression, keep up that play, and finish off that ball if need be. So we don't need to feel too bad. But oh my gosh!
What a save!
How did that ball not go in?
I don't know what just happened there, but there was tons of cars around that goal. How did that not go in? And then a double commit there by Gateway does end up getting saved. Now Alpha Key, there's that man on the attack yet again. However, things kind of stalling out a little bit there towards the end.
Yeah, this is definitely the slowest game that we've seen. So, whoa, my God.
Whoa!
What? How? I have no idea.
Was it a pinch? What happened?
It was a pinch for sure.
Oh yeah, that was a pinch. 100% a pinch. Sea of Thieves getting a little bit of luck there, putting that one in from a long way out. And just like that, Gateway has to be careful. Down 2-0 here. Plenty of time left in this one. But if they need to do something, they're going to do it soon.
Yeah, I mean, it is very doable. We are just at halftime, but how does Banana Monkey catch that? That is insane.
What a... Yeah, absolutely unreal shot to slot that one in out of the corner. That is not an easy shot to put in. And he does it all by himself.
Fantastic
what a goal.
Shot. Wow, yeah, that's a really great goal. But of course, Penn Trafford. Oh my gosh. Okay, Burb gonna stop that. We saw a bit.
That was really funny.
We saw
not gonna lie.
Bit of kickoff shenanigans. Oh, beautiful save, but it's not enough. Burb there to
Burb. Oh my goodness. What a crazy sequence. Tries to get the hit out of the air. But the ball winds up right next to him, and he just taps it in for a goal. This is looking like old Penn Trafford. I think they've solved the Gateway issue right now. 4-0 in a commanding way. And honestly, I'm still trying to process like everything that we just watched in like the last minute.
Yeah, it's so crazy. This has been one of the slowest. How? What is happening? What just happened here?
What?
Off the ceiling, going for that jump and gonna push that ball in. Definitely styling a little bit here for sure. Looking to get on that highlight reel that we get to see at the beginning of every stream.
If that's not the #1 play next week, I will eat a sock. That was crazy. That's some stuff you see at like the highest level. That was absolutely unreal. I was not ready for that one to come out. If you guys could see me right now, my mouth is like agape.
Oh my gosh, we said that at the same time. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Very, very wide open.
I'm just what?
Yeah. Gateway.
I'm gonna be telling my kids about that goal. Oh my goodness.
Gateway still not able to find a response here. Sea of Thieves just waiting in the net. Honestly, daring Gateway to make something happen. Sea of Thieves not gonna make it. Alpha Key just a little too good.
No. Oh, but the follow-up by Pop Q puts it in, follows up for his teammate as Gateway getting on the board late here, but a very, very tall mountain to try and climb in this one.
Yeah, especially with a minute 24 getting 4 goals to at least tie it. That is difficult for sure. Looks like Sea of Thieves taking a little bit of a break, though. Not moving around. There we go.
He needs to recharge before he does something cool again.
Yeah, exactly. He can't keep doing cool things. He needs to let the rest of his team.
Can't keep getting away with this. I mean, yeah. I'm still trying to process that goal. I mean, we've seen some good goals, but I think that might be Goldie in my book.
Dang.
I mean, that was just so beautiful. Like, I'm gonna be thinking about that tonight before I go to sleep. And right now, counterattack opportunity. Banana Monkey steering that one into goal, literally. And I think that's gonna put an end to any form of a comeback from a Gateway. 6-1 with 43 left. Highly unlikely that Gateway is gonna be able to come back in this one.
Yeah, I agree. It's sort of just running away from them at this point. So if you're Gateway, you just need to start thinking about the next game. This game with 35 seconds, you need 5 goals. That just may be an insurmountable amount of points to get with such a limited amount of time, especially with the defense that we see out of Penn Trafford. Anytime that you try to get close, there's someone there to just walk the ball away.
Yeah, and Sea of Thieves looks like he's not even using boost right now. I don't know what that's about. Maybe he just doesn't feel like doing it. He hit his clip. He's good to go. But Burb's going to try and score one more. But it's going to lead to a goal on the other end. What? This has been some of the weirdest long-range pinch, unintentional. That wasn't even a pinch.
Nope, it was just a hit. It was literally just a hit from the front of the car.
This is weird. This honestly might be the weirdest game of Rocket League I've ever casted over.
It is very strange. Zitterex trying to make something happen again. Just out of time. Not enough time for Gateway to do anything, honestly. Not surmount a comeback here. Penn Trafford taking game 3 fairly dominantly. Not as dominant as we saw in game 1, but shutting out those doubts from game 2 that Gateway started to introduce.
Yeah, and Sea of Thieves. And I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about the player. I mean, I'm still trying to process that, man.
I can tell you're
he is a massive, massive threat. And if I'm Windber and I'm watching this match, I might be a little worried about this because he has potential to single-handedly carry a team, and he kind of did in that one. 3 goals, 4 saves, and 3 shots. 100% shot accuracy, 4 saves. That's the amount of saves that Gateway had on their whole team. I mean, it doesn't get more dominant from a player than that. I mean, we were talking about Alpha Key bringing his team back single-handedly. I think Sea of Thieves literally did that right there.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Sea of Thieves, really the talk of the town, if you will, for this team. It makes you really wonder.
The talk of the casters, more like.
Yeah, the talk of the casters, sure.
It's talk of the stream.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, why haven't we really seen Sea of Thieves up until now?
Like you said, it could be that ace in the hole they have, but also maybe just a schedule of conflict.
True.
Maybe wasn't able to make a lot, and then now they're like, "Hey, it's playoffs. Can you really make it now?" He's like, "Yeah, sure.
Yeah, gotta make playoffs. Gotta make.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I'll take a break from my pro Rocket League team and just hit some nasty goals that'll just dumbfound the casters." I mean, yeah, and now 2-1 on this series. Penn at Trafford with a chance to seal this one out, and Gateway close to going home soon. So, I mean,
right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, a fantastic game so far. It looks like we're going to be taking a quick break as these teams recollect and regain. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We finally have game number 4 underway here. We also have info that one of the players from Gateway playing without a controller now has one, so that could completely change things. But Verb saying, I don't care if you have a controller, I'm putting this one in the back of the net.
Yeah, and a classic start from Penn Trafford being very aggressive. We see Poppy trying to get that touch on it, but unfortunately wasn't able to knock it away enough, allowing Penn Trafford's Burb to be credited with that, and of course credited with an early lead that they do very, very well with. Burb gonna get taken out. Pop Puke has an opportunity, a double commit. They bump into each other. That's not what you want.
You can't afford to do that against Penn Trafford. Mana Monkey putting the ball across and it gets dealt with. But another double commit coming out on the end of Gateway here. They definitely need to coordinate with their team a lot better in this one.
Absolutely. I mean, I think you said it last week when we were looking at the final games of the regular season. Oh my God, never mind. Alpha Key's gonna cut me off with a goal for Gateway, tying it up at 4 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah, Banana Monkey and Burb getting in a collision there, which causes a defensive lap, leaving the goal wide open, and Alpha Key makes them pay for that. Just like that, game is tied up at 4 with 4:10 left in this one. And now it seems like maybe a little bit of team communication falling a little bit for Penn Trafford as they kind of struggle to determine who's going to get a ball and who's not, as we've seen several collisions on teammate to teammate.
Yeah, absolutely. What I was going to say is, before last week, we were talking about how important playoffs are and how important team play is going to be in the playoffs. And at the end of the day, the team with the better compatibility, better ability to communicate will certainly win out here.
What a save.
And I think we're seeing that right now.
Yeah, and while you were talking there, an absolutely great save there. Now another double commit, just that. It is a 3v1 right there. And thankfully, your Gateway, no goal comes out of it on the end of Penn Trafford. That could have been a very bad scenario for them to be in.
Absolutely. Sea of Thieves just getting in the way, waiting for the rest of the team to show up as they do. Alpha Key, the last line of defense, get a touch on it. Burb keeping it going, and both these teams are so back and forth. Alpha Key with a beautiful shot. Zitarex
What a save!
Sea of Thieves is there. Oh my gosh, it is so dangerously in front of the net of Penn Trafford, but they're gonna get it away.
Yeah, and now ball in front. Sea of Thieves trying to get a shot on the goal, does so, but it gets stopped. And Pop Puke trying to come from the other end, score a goal, doesn't quite put that one in. And a little bit of collision on the end of the Gateway. Ball still ends up in the front though. Alpha Key with one touch gets the second, just barely not going in, and Sea of Thieves now gonna try and get onto this one.
Alpha Key was chasing it down, but ran out of boost, decided it wouldn't be worth it. Sea of Thieves has an opportunity. We've seen what they can do in the air. Pop Puke gonna stop that.
I thought we were gonna see another play of the week right there coming out of Sea of Thieves, but absolutely great job to deal with that. And a little bit of a fake coming out there by Zitarex. He then goes for the demo to try and get that to roll into the goal. However, doesn't quite go in, and now gonna be a little bit of a counterattack from Penn Trafford.
Oh, Pop Puke just a little wide. And when we looked at the Zitarex attack that we saw before, if Gateway had sent a second man to follow up and finish that off, that would have been a goal. That would have been a goal. But unfortunately, Zitarex just trying to do it by themselves, and we've seen that so many times, time after time, not just with Gateway, but we also see it on the side of Penn Trafford. These teams not having enough faith in their teammates in order to follow up their aggression, their push, and we're going to see Sea of Thieves take out Zitarex, but Pop Puke keeping the ball in Gateway's control, of course, as I say that, to let it go.
Yep, and right now this is just back and forth, and now Pop Puke gonna try and take it up in the air himself, almost puts that one in, and Zitarex is there to put that goal in. I was trying to figure out who that was for a second, and just like that, Gateway saying we're not down and out yet. 2-1 now with advantage, facing elimination. Gateway coming up clutch.
Oh my gosh, looking so good. And Zidarks, making sure that Pop Puke gets what Zidark didn't have before, and that of course is that second man, that person that'll finish up that goal, allowing Gateway to go up 2-1 in the series, and there's only 45 seconds left, so game is running away. Penn Trafford is going to need to make something happen if they want to tie up this game.
Yeah, but pressure mounting on the end of Gateway. They have to be careful. Ball stays in the little center area, but now Zidark's gonna try and do something that they can't quite do anything beneficial for his team, and the ball is gonna get cleared out on the ends. 15 seconds left, crunch time for both teams in this one as Gateway tries to hold on, and Penn Trafford trying to secure a late goal to tie this up. And they're gonna have time for one last attack. Ball in front of the goal. Cross with Thieves, but it gets stopped. And just like that, we're going to a game 5.
We are indeed going to a game 5. Gateway doing a fantastic job of pulling away. Look at that. Pop Puke, really the star player for Gateway for that one. Although the other two players were the ones who got the gold, Pop Puke touching the ball the most, getting those saves, getting those assists, making it happen.
Yeah, and honestly, Sea of Thieves not looking like himself in that one. I mean, he tried to do as much as he could, but no goals, 2 shots. Does come up with 2 saves and has an assist, so he wasn't non-existent. But like you said, I think you definitely need to be careful about Penn Trafford though, because they still have that ability to just flip that switch and immediately just pepper your shots, your goal with shots. But in that one, it looked like the roles flipped in that one. I mean, 2 shots on the end of Penn Trafford with 9 on the end of Gateway. So leads us up to a spectacular game number 5 coming up here shortly.
Yeah, and this is what we predicted, right? These middle teams are so close. They're so close to each other that it can just go back and forth, back and forth. And game 5 is exactly what we were hoping for, what we were expecting, and this series has not disappointed. Although if we follow this pattern that's happened so far, this next game should be a Penn Trafford win by a large margin. As we saw, game 1, Penn Trafford won 9-0. Game 3, Penn Trafford won 6-2. Very, very strong showings from Penn Trafford on these odd-numbered games. And oh my gosh.
And Banana Monkey with an early start.
Yeah, this is, well, I won't get too ahead of ourselves here because last game Penn Trafford did get a really early goal, and it ended up not being as beneficial to them as they wanted. It was the only goal that they got that game.
Yeah, and they kind of stalled out offensively towards the end, only having those 2 shots. And honestly, that goal coming off of an own goal, so it was kind of a weird scenario to start off a game. But right now, it's exactly the start you want. You're 12 seconds in, you get a goal, a good coordinated team goal. Banana Monkey in the perfect position on that, and they're gonna apply some pressure now to Gateway, who is gonna be able to clear, however.
Yeah, and Sea of Thieves are ready for that. Zidark's really taking to the sky more. I really wonder if the player from Gateway who got the controller was Zidark's, because we see Zidark's just in the air more. Obviously, for most people, the controller just feels better. And oh my gosh, Sea of Thieves
He heard us talking about him and said, all right, time for me to show out. Put up only 2 shots with no goals in the last game, and just like that, less than a minute in, he has his first goal in 2 games to put his team up 2-0 with 4 minutes left in this one.
4 minutes left indeed. Something interesting to note is Pop Puke has also changed cars. I know it doesn't seem like a super big deal, but whoa, never mind. Zidarx getting a goal with Alpha Key. Let's take another look at that. We can talk about Pop Puke's car in a minute after we watch this. Sea of Thieves trying to get that defense, but Zidarx getting through that wall.
Yeah, and that's just a great read right there by Zidarks to deal with that defensive effort. And honestly, now a little bit of doubt starts to creep in the mind of Penn Trafford maybe here as Pop Puke almost puts it in. Herb with the save, so close to going in, but now you have to be careful to not give anything up on the other end. But Pop Puke thankfully stops that for Gateway.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Gateway looking so strong, so aggressive. If you give them an inch, they will take a mile. They are trying so hard. Pop Puke in this Octane, really trying to make something happen. The opportunity for Penn.
Thieves, what a save by Pop Puke. Seemingly switching cars has seemed to work, and no one's there, but Sea of Thieves coming out of nowhere. Getting that one, he does get taken out, however, Demo coming on the end, and no one on Penn Trafford can deal with that. Just like that, folks, we have a tied game. 2 goals from Zidarks on 4 shots. And now Penn Trafford trying to figure out what to do about this now. Game tied up with 3 minutes left in this one.
Yeah, see, this is what we're talking about. If you play as a team, you can make things happen. Alpha Key setting up their team for plays just like that. Both Zidarks and Pop Puke were in position to capitalize on that opportunity and were able to tie it up. Sea of Thieves by themselves, they don't need anybody though.
Yeah, definitely coming through in the clutch in the playoffs. No bigger area to do that, and just outboosts the other team, putting it in for second goal of the game. And just like that, Penn Trafford back up on top with just under 2:40 left in this one.
I can happily say that the pattern has not continued. This is such a close game 5, and we've just hit that halfway mark. These teams are going all out, and that's exactly what we want to see for these playoffs, because if I do remember correctly, playoffs are indeed single elimination, so anything can happen.
There's no losers bracket, there's no winners bracket, it's just the bracket. And it's tournament format, so it's definitely do or die in every scenario. It is best of 5, however, with of course the round count being 2-2. A double commit from Penn Trafford doesn't lead to anything, and now maybe just a little bit on the defensive end. Sea of Thieves doing it all himself. I mean, he can do it though. I mean, absolutely unreal, but a defensive error, and Pop Puke makes Penn Trafford pay, and just like that, folks, we are tied right back up.
How did this happen? Oh no, both members of Penn Trafford went for the ball. They saw the other person going for the ball, and they both turned away, allowing an open alleyway for Pop Puke to just knock that ball down into the net. And they have to be so careful because that kickoff is so dangerous as well.
Missing that kickoff thankfully didn't lead to anything, but now have to be careful. Sea of Thieves trying to do something, go to work a little bit right now, and Zidarks is on a mission, the one-man wrecking group right now for Gateway as they try and secure this late goal. Sea of Thieves, the great clearance. Zidarks, their intercept, gets in rule 1 with his teammate, and thankfully they're able to get out of it in enough time. That could have been dangerous for Gateway right there.
Yeah, you know, I don't think Rule 1 applies to teammates.
It doesn't. It should, but it doesn't.
It should. No, that would just turn a 3v3 into a 1v3.
Don't care. It's a rule.
It's a rule. You have to respect it. 50 seconds left here. See if he's going to stop that attempt. But Pop Puke.
And what a goal. Pop Puke puts it in. Alpha Key with his 3rd assist. And just like that, Gateway storming back into this one, trying to mount a comeback, and just like that, they are up by 1 with 45 seconds left. A defensive error by Penn Trafford leads to a Gateway goal.
Yes, indeed. 40 seconds remaining. Penn Trafford's they've got to kick it into gear. They know that everything is on the line right now. 30 seconds. We see the double demo come out. Zidarks taken out.
And Sea of Thieves, who else but that man, the hat trick, and we are tied right back up with 26 seconds left.
Oh my goodness, this is going to come down to a nail biter. I would not be surprised if we went to overtime here. Both these teams trying so
Or
hard.
a 0-second goal. Oh, if
Or a
there's a 0-second goal, I will lose my mind.
Oh my gosh, and taking a look at the score line, Sea of Thieves practically 600 points above their teammates. They are really, really going hard on this.
Yeah, trying to seemingly will his team back into this one. 10 seconds left now, folks. 8, 7, 6 left. Down to 5. One last attack. Chance for Penn Trafford. Sea of Thieves hits it up in the air. No one's there to get onto it. And folks, we are heading into overtime now in this first game of the playoffs. And a ball immediately in the end of Penn Trafford. And the monkey is going to clear that. And now potential chance to counterattack for his team.
Yeah, look at Banana Monkey go. Zitterex gonna just knock it away. Pop Puke has an opportunity, gonna get past Sea of Thieves, but Burb there to stop the attack. No one else on the side of Gateway. Alpha Key's the only one left. Burb gonna take the shot, and that's it. Penn
Just
Trafford.
like that, Penn Trafford is heading to the next round of the playoffs. Absolutely crucial goal there, and Burb puts it away to stop the comeback from Gateway in this one. Penn Trafford is your winners and are heading on to the next round.
Oh my gosh, what a close series overall. Man, these teams were going so back and forth. Of course, Penn Trafford was seeded higher, and they did beat Gateway in the regular season, but Gateway looked like a different beast for that match.
Yeah, and they really did. But Sea of Thieves, I mean, single-handedly willing his team back in that one. I mean,
Yes.
he absolutely dominated that last one again, trying to keep his team back in it. 7 shots, had the 3 goals, had, I believe, 4 assists as well. I mean, you can't ask for a better performance from a player right there.
No, absolutely not. I mean, Sea of Thieves going absolutely crazy. Like I said, practically 600 points above both of their teammates. I mean, they were doing it all. They were stopping, they were taking shots, they were making goals, they were making plays. They were the money maker, the mover and the shaker, the MVP of that series for sure.
The mover and the shaker. That's got to be a new one that I have heard. But yeah, I mean, uh, it was like it's so weird because the first game you had 9-0 or whatever.
Gosh, yeah.
And then for us to end up going to a game 5 in OT, it's just like boggles my mind. But that's just how Rocket League is. One game you could be on, the next game you could be completely off. And I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better game to open up the playoffs here in Division 2.
No, absolutely not. That was a fantastic series. You're right. It's just so back and forth. We had 9-0, and then we had 3-2, I believe, and then 6-2, and then 2-1, and then finally that final game OT. It's so crazy. These teams were so back and forth. Unfortunately, I think Penn Trafford was just a little bit more consistent in their gameplay. They were a bit more solid. Gateway had.
Sorry, go on.
Now, Gateway had some really amazing opportunities. They had some really great breakaways, but sometimes when they were down and out, they just kept getting down and out. They weren't able to consistently keep up that pressure.
Yeah, and Penn Trafford, I think the biggest red flag going into the next round is going to be that defense. They were caught out defensively so many times.
Yep.
A lot of double commits, so that's definitely something they need to try and iron out for next week. But now they can sit back and relax and watch the rest of the playoffs unfold here, knowing that they are safe into the next round. And who is the next matchup that we have, Alex?
Yeah, next matchup, of course, is going to be Forest Hills versus Bishop Carroll. Again, this is one of those games where it's these two kind of middle seeded teams. I think Forest Hills should take it, but you know what? If we see something similar to what we just saw, Bishop Carroll may very well make this a super interesting match.
Yeah, and honestly, I can't wait to get into that one. That, of course, is going to be the 3 seed up against the 6 seed. So still kind of that middle area. Maybe a little bit of a heavier hitter with Forest Hills, but should be interesting to watch. But yeah, I think that's it from us for now. I think we might take a quick break, possibly, and then we will be right back with some playoff action for you guys in this one.
All right, hello and welcome back. We just saw a fantastic matchup with Penn Trafford versus Gateway, and we have more action coming to you. Here we're going to have Forest Hills versus Bishop Carroll. I, of course, am Alexander T. Kresek, joined by Will Jenkins, aka It's Wilson. Will, how are you feeling after that one match? Because that was insane.
Yeah, you could not ask for a better playoff game than that. That is as good as it gets. I mean, game 5 overtime. It's as good as it gets, folks. And it next game will probably be close to the same, I hope. As we have Forest Hills against Bishop Carroll. But before we get into the game, let's talk about the rosters a little bit. Up first, we're gonna have Forest Hills. We of course have Vaco, and then the man himself, the Mega Blaziken, the man that has been doing it all for majority of it for Forest Hills all season. Been absolutely unreal. And then of course the Giving You Hail, probably one of my favorite names in this one. And then of course we move on to the Bishop Carroll roster. We of course have BC Esports 1 and 2. And then we have, of course, Lukey, not a player to sleep on at all right there.
No, absolutely not. I mean, and when we look at the Forest Hills lineup, of course, this team has practically been the main starting lineup for Forest Hills for the
It's barely changed.
Yeah, it barely has changed. I think we saw Giving You Hail was subbed out a little bit for a different player, but for the most part, this is the lineup that we've seen.
There was also Mega Blaziken got called up to D1 as well one time.
True.
I do know that because I was casting over D1 at that time, and I was like, wait, I know that name.
Yeah.
So but yeah, no, they've been together for almost the whole season, like you said. So definitely a team to be feared in terms of team play.
Yeah, and then on the side of Bishop Carroll, of course, we have seen Esports 1 and Esports 2 playing, as well as Lukey. But I mean, yeah, something really interesting is that there isn't Boy Racing, but Vaco starting it out early with a quick goal.
I mean, you could have asked for a faster start right there. 3 seconds. I think that might be a new record for games that we've been casting, Alex. A 3-second goal right there as Vaco starts things off, gets the assist from Mega Blaziken to go up 1-0.
Oh no, is it happening again? Vaco's setting up in position, but it's going to be knocked away. Yeah, so what I was saying is something interesting about Bishop Carroll is that normally we see Boy Racing on the side of Bishop Carroll, but that player is just absent right now. Perhaps they're waiting to sub in Boy Racing till a little bit later, or they're feeling it out without Boy Racing.
Yeah, either that or maybe something else that we have no knowledge of, but that doesn't matter right now. Mega Blaziken trying to get something in now. Maybe a little bit of a counterattack opportunity for Bishop Carroll. Ball goes up. That's a wide open net, but a great recovery there by Vaco to deal with that ball as the ball gets cleared from the end of Forest Hills. And a big miss there by Esport 1 and Mega Blaziken. Who else but him puts it in the back of the net. And honestly, you cannot afford to be making these mistakes against Forest Hills.
Oh, absolutely not. And Forest Hills going to capitalize on that. Specifically, Mega Blaziken will capitalize on that. Vaco with a shot. No one is there to back it up. Mega Blaziken trying to make something happen, but Lukey putting on that pressure.
Yeah, and honestly, that was almost a mirror image of the first goal from kickoff, going off the wall, and then Vaco getting a shot on the goal. Wasn't quite able to do anything. Can't quite get the hit off the wall. Ball back played into the center, and that's dangerous. And Lukey puts it in and brings it back to 2-1 with 3:39 left in this match.
Lukey with a beautiful shot there, really getting it over, Giving You Hail, and then Vaco not able to save it. Unfortunately, just going to knock it into the corner. Bishop Carroll winning, I think, their first kickoff here, having an opportunity, but we're going to see 2 misses from the defense. Esports 2 is the only one left, but the attack is going to be stifled out for a moment here. Can they touch it? They have to be so careful. Vaco with a beautiful touch, going for that second.
Ooh,
Not
he went for the dunk. Tried to get that dunk off the crossbar, wasn't quite able to get onto it. Now they have to be careful with one person back on defense. However, attack kind of stalling out right here from Lukey, but it gets around one. It can't quite get around the other. Mega Blaziken now has a chance to do his magic, but gets stopped right there. And the ball dangerously bouncing and just miss after miss, and now there's no one back, and that's a wide open net for Vaco. That's just unlucky if you're Bishop Carroll.
Yeah, if you're Bishop Carroll, you don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. What happened? They just teleported the other end of the. Happened? I didn't see anything.
Yeah, it was
Did you see anything, Alex? I didn't. Yeah, I didn't see anything. That's, that was a weird lag spike. Yeah, that was a weird lag spike I had.
So weird.
Pretty crazy, but yeah.
Oh my god! I thought that.
There you go. I thought that was going to go in as well, but a little bit of a bump on his own teammate there prevented him from getting back, but thankfully Mega Blaziken is there to put a stop to that. Vaco gonna try and fake out, but unaffected. It's gonna be Bishop Carroll, and that ball's rolling to the end of Forest Hills, but it doesn't get dealt with by Mega Blaziken.
Where was Bishop Carroll? They had a full open net. If only they had a little bit more boost to make it there. Mega Blaziken winning that 50-50. Lukey there to make sure nothing else happens. Mega Blaziken getting pushed around. Vaco.
Yeah, stalling out. Yeah, stalling out right there. And Vaco trying to work his magic, puts it in the center. Mega Blaziken taps it in the back of the net. Incredible pass there from Vaco. Mega Blaziken there to put it in the back of the net with the finishing touch onto it.
I love that team play. That was so nice. Mega Blaziken was completely ready for it, ready to take that ball. Just about 2 minutes remaining. Esports 1 gonna get a good kickoff off the bat here. Not gonna be able to do too much with it, especially as Vaco and Mega Blaziken are looking like the duo that we didn't know we needed.
Yeah, and right now it is all Forest Hills. Maybe not as much of a difference as the last game that we saw in the first round, but honestly, Forest Hills has looked absolutely dominant in this, and they're going to continue that. I mean, Bishop Carroll doing everything they can on defense, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, I mean, Bishop Carroll literally stopping shot after shot after shot, but every time they stop it, they're not able to get possession of it, so it just keeps allowing Forest Hills to keep teeing up over and over again.
Yeah, and if you are Bishop Carroll, you need to try and run your defensive rotations a bit, because that is what allows you to deal with shot after shot after shot, but also you have to be careful of getting boost starved as well. Forest Hills has been known to do that during the regular season, so I'd imagine that they will keep on doing that in this one, and it's so hard to deal with if you don't know how to properly clear it without boost, or even with boost.
Yeah, absolutely. As we hit that 1 minute mark, Lukey trying to make something happen, but there are just too many members of Forest Hills. Vaco's got it. Oh, yeah. Wow, Lukey getting the demo, though. I wondered what happened there.
Lukey, yeah, I think Lukey kind of went for the guy instead of the ball. Kind of knowing that he was going to be able to get that, trying to get a quick little demo there. But Vaco gets his hat trick there. That's 3 goals on 6 shots. And right now, Forest Hills in complete control in this one, 6-1 with less than a minute left.
Yeah, just about 40 seconds remaining, and Vaco going for another one, just gonna barely miss, but giving you hail. Actually, Mega Blaziken trying to take that shot, giving you hail, keeping it alive. Just about 30 seconds remaining. This game is indeed not going the way of Bishop Carroll. Forest Hills very much completely in control. But if you're a fan of Bishop Carroll, I don't think you need to start worrying just yet. But wow, what a shot from Vaco.
Yeah, and like we feel like a broken record, but you have to remember this is game 1 out of potentially 3 to 5 more. Yeah. Or 2 to 4 more, since counting this one is pretty much over. I mean, 7-1 with 20 seconds left. I think mathematically the fastest goal you can score is 3, so I think this might be over for Bishop Carroll.
Yep.
And it looks like my calculations will be correct.
By my calculations.
By my calculations. But yeah, no, ending on the Brazil-Germany scoreline there, the 7-1, and complete dominance by Forest Hills, exactly what you expect out of them. And honestly, Vaco and Mega Blaziken really paving the way for the team's success and giving you Hale kind of playing that anchor.
Yeah, I mean, and I think this is what we've seen out of this duo, actually out of this whole trio for the entirety of the regular season. Vaco, Mega Blaziken doing some fantastic passing work, going back and forth, making sure that they're staying on the aggression. Giving you Hale typically is that third man staying back, maybe running some defensive rotations, trying to make sure that the ball doesn't get away too far from them. But really, when this team is together, the spotlight is on Vaco and Mega Blaziken. But Giving You Hail is still here. They are still making plays.
Yeah.
They're still making things happen.
Yeah, kind of getting that anchor role. And on the side of Bishop Carroll, Lukey trying to do as much as he can, but in the end it just wasn't even enough. And they dropped that first one. However, we have seen teams tend to come out better in the second game, not just today, but in the whole season. It's a weird case of psychology. I think this would be a great chance for any esports psychology people to study this. For sure. I don't know what goes into it during the games, but speaking of the games, we are getting into game number 2 here, folks. Forest Hills trying to go up 2-0, and Bishop Carroll trying to even up the scoreline, but an early mistake is going to lead to no goal. Mega Blaziken just can't quite put it in, and no one on Forest Hills is there to follow up on that.
Yeah, I really think that Forest Hills assumed that ball was going in, Mega Blaziken included, so there was no one there to follow up. But Giving You Hail going to follow that one up, taking that ball into the net. Mega Blaziken off the wall. Vaco, we see miss up there. So Giving You Hail in that perfect third man position, knocking it past the defenders. Nothing that Bishop Carroll can do. And again, we see Forest Hills up 1-0, an early lead.
Yeah, trying to break that second game curse that we've seen so many teams fall to. And right now, the double commit, and now, Mega Blaziken. I mean, this is what we've seen all season from them. Yeah, I mean, they've been absolutely dominant in this, and they keep their pedal on the metal. Literally, I didn't even mean to make a pun there, but you know, a little bit of car humor, I guess, right there. But you can also take it literally, because they have not slowed down in this one. They are flying out of the gate here with 2 goals in under a minute.
Absolutely, and Bishop Carroll struggling right now. This is definitely Bishop Carroll looking a bit flustered from all of this aggression on the side of Forest Hills. Right, we're seeing them make mistakes, miss balls that they normally wouldn't be, unfortunately. And that could be chalked up to the fact that it's playoffs, the fact that Forest Hills is just absolutely oppressive with their gameplay right now.
What a save, though, by PC Esport 1. I mean, absolutely saving his team from a goal there. And that was a chance for Forest Hills to go up 3-1, and they're going to try a little bit of a pinch that doesn't quite end up a pinch at all. The ball is still dangerously in the center, and almost a costly miss yet again. And Bishop Carroll really needs to anchor down on defense and a bit, because there's been a lot of whiffed balls that have led to goals in this second game. And Lukey trying to prevent that from happening yet again.
Yeah, and I mean, what happens, right, is Bishop Carroll is they're trying to play the game faster than they normally would because of how Forest Hills plays, which just lends itself to Bishop Carroll making more mistakes. They're going past the ball because they're not expecting to play this fast. They're trying to keep boost up as much as possible. They're trying to move and match the pace of Forest Hills, and it's difficult because Forest Hills plays so fast.
Yeah, and honestly, there's not really much they can do right now except hope to get a long-range goal, which they almost do there. Vaco caught out, trying to go for boost over the ball, over being back in defense. Vaco unable to get that one out of the corner, but Mega Blaze can get pop it up. A little bit of lack of communication there between the teams, or between the teammates. But that ball centered right in the middle. Someone cheated onto this, but no, they don't. Just can't quite get onto it. And the onslaught continues, but continues to be dealt with as Bishop Carroll tries to. Oh no. Oh. Okay. I thought he was gonna take that all the way and do some like fancy flip reset stuff, but still a great pass and a great goal, giving you Hale in the right place at the right time to put it into that bottom right corner. 4-0 for Forest Hills. This is exactly where you want to be if you were so strong.
Absolutely. I mean, 4-0, 2 minutes remaining. Of course, it is possible for Bishop Carroll to make it back, but so far we have not seen enough from Bishop Carroll to make us believe that they will make this back. So far, they've only scored 1 goal in this series. They need to start making something happen. Vaco with the down. Omega Blaziken with the opportunity. Giving you Hale's going to miss it, but the ball is still live because Bishop Carroll can just not clear it. They can't get it away.
Yeah, and Vaco keeping that pressure on. Dangerous ball into the center. Mega Blaziken will get onto that one. Score yet again. 5-0 with 1:30 left. Forest Hills has not taken the pressure off of Bishop Carroll at all in this one, keeping that consistent pressure in this game.
No, absolutely not. And I mean, if you're Bishop Carroll, right, it's got to hurt. You stop so many shots, you stop so many attempts, but if you can't clear it, it's all for naught, because then they can just keep taking that opportunity to drive back, turn around, and take another shot.
Yeah, and honestly, it's just, at that point, you just have to have those defensive rotations, but they can't get them off because there's just goals being fired at them nonstop. I mean, I guess the only thing you can really do is hope for a defensive lapse and make them pay. But what a lot by Mega Blaze again. 6-0 now with a minute left.
Yeah, absolutely. This is looking pretty difficult for Bishop Carroll to make their way back here. Forest Hill's just so in control right now.
Yeah, and honestly, if you're Bishop Carroll, oh no.
You can't.
You gotta still play the rest of this game, as unlikely as it is. You have to keep trying to chug away at this. Mega Blaziken getting yet another assist. I believe that is his third. 3-3-0-7 now for Mega Blaziken. Absolutely unreal. Has been been the main driving force in this offense for Forest Hills.
Yep. And 40 seconds remaining. Bishop Carroll needs to do something. This game is lost with 30 seconds remaining. There is no way that they'll be able to get 7 goals in that time. They need to start thinking about what they can change for game 3 here. They need to start thinking about the future. What does that look like? And I think the main thing is trying to slow down the game.
Yeah,
it looks like
it's definitely going way too fast for them out there right now. They seem a bit slower, and they need to try and fix these whiffs right in front of their own net.
No!
And that's not what you want to do, but Lukey sending it over, and that's going to do it for game number 2. Forest Hills, another commanding victory. Improving on the last one, not allowing a goal in that, and Bishop Carroll falls in that one. Lukey trying to bring his team back in that one again, but just can't quite do it.
Now, what I do like on the side of Bishop Carroll is that more of the players were getting involved. Last game 1, we saw Lukey doing practically everything. Like, Esports 1 and 2 both were very, very quiet, not able to really do too much. This game, though, we do at least get to see Lukey and Esports 1 similar in scoreline. Lukey, of course, still doing a lot, doing as much as they can, but Esports One stepping up, making those saves, getting involved, making sure that they are there, that they actually are having an impact on the pitch. And what I would really like is both Esports One and Esports Two to step up their game just a little bit in order to match Lukey's energy, like we saw on the side of Gateway, right? Alpha Key, a fantastic player who just needed a little bit more support from their team. They can do things, they can make things happen, but this is a team sport. You need your teammates involved. You need them to help you out with those rotations, the second man position, third man position, whatever it is. Finish what you start.
Yeah, and they just seemed disconnected, and as opposed to Forest Hills, who looked absolutely unreal. And we're gonna get to see more of that in this one. And oh no, not the start you want to see. Vaco with an opening goal, and just like that, they tried to beat their record. Still 3 seconds on that one. But
I don't know if get any faster, honestly.
I don't think that's possible at all. But still, not the start you want to see if you are Bishop Carroll trying to mount a reverse sweep. Oh no.
Oh my gosh, and Vaco is popping off right now. Gets that kickoff, wins that 50-50, and just over top of Lukey. Vaco just moving right now.
Vaco is just single-handedly beat the other team, and I think he's going to try and do it again here. Grabs that corner boost. Is he going to do it again? Puts it up to the center, but going to have to get a teammate involved on this one. But now, potential counterattack opportunity for Bishop Carroll.
Yeah, it looks like
a massive miss by Vaco. Bateskin is there, though.
And unfortunately for Bishop Carroll, the ball's going to get knocked away. Lukey with a great save. Doesn't get awarded for it, though, unfortunately. And it doesn't matter. Lukey on the attack now. Can Esports One back them up? Unfortunately, not fast enough. As Mega Blaziken's going to get that touch. Going to move it over to the corner. And I mean, there's no pressure for Forest Hills right now. They can take as much time as they want. They have a 2-goal lead. Mega Blaziken getting that demo, making it even harder for Bishop Carroll to make this defense.
Yeah, and what a great save there by Esport One, saving a goal. And potential goal opportunity on the end of Bishop Carroll, but it gets saved by Mega Blaziken. And now, right back on the offensive is Forest Hills. And dangerous ball in the center. Mega Blaziken tried to keep it alive for his teammate to hit, but no one was quite there. While still in the end of Bishop Carroll, they can't quite seem to get this one out. Oh, that's good. Ooh, what a save.
What a save. And this is what I'm talking about. Esports One making these saves happen. Right now, they've got 2 saves to their name. They are trying their hardest. But unfortunately, this game requires points. You need to score on your opponent. You cannot just win off of defensive plays alone. So unfortunately for Esports One and for Bishop Carroll, they got to make something happen. They've got to put a point on the board.
Yeah, the quoting the late John Madden, rest in peace. But see, the way it works is score more points than the other guy, you win the game. Applies in football, applies in sports, applies in a lot of games. And Vaco, hat trick out of the air. And right now, Forest Hills is scoring more points than the other guys.
Yeah, look at that. We see Lukey go up to stop that ball, but literally just gets strong-armed out of the way. Vaco winning that 50-50. Giving You Hail was there for the backup. Now 3-0. Speaking of Giving You Hail, going to get a neutral, not really win on the kickoff. No one else doing too much. And past 2 members of Bishop Carroll.
Ooh, that could have been another goal led for Bishop Carroll. But Vaco, what a great save. Really doing it all for his team right now in this. 3 goals, 1 save, and 5 shots. Doing the most for his team. And, Demon You Hail not quite able to put that one in the center for his team. And the ball will be in the end of Forest Hills.
It was such a good opportunity. Ball gets out of the corner. Vaco trying to make something happen. Lukey there to stop anything. Lukey trying to put this team on their back, trying to keep them alive. But it's so difficult. And Mega Blaze gonna walk that ball in.
He's taking the ball for a walk right there. And I mean, there's just not much Bishop Carroll can do. Like I said, they just look so disconnected. And plus, when Forest Hills is playing like this, very few very few teams in this league are able to stop them.
Absolutely, and I'm getting a little bit excited for what happens next, especially if Forest Hills is looking this good. Who is next, and what does that entail for them? It is going to be Windber. That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's going to be a great matchup. Vaco putting it in from range, and if Vaco plays like this against Windber, we might see an upset or two. I mean, right now, for absolutely dominant Vaco, paving the way for Forest Hills in this game number 3 to try and secure a 3-0 sweep. Still enough time to mount a comeback. Bishop Carroll needs to do something and do something fast.
Yep, I completely agree, and it's not like it just feels like Forest Hills is a bit more mechanically skilled when we look at their aerial play, but also they've just been playing much more together, much more like a team. And that is just so important. Because on side of Bishop Carroll, you have Lukey trying to make all of the plays, trying to make everything happen. And then we have Esports 1, who's really there for the defense. Esports 2 with a perfect save as well. But no one is there to follow Lukey when they go for the attack.
Yeah, and honestly, 1 minute left on the clock. It is not looking like Bishop Carroll, as this pressure continues on in their end. They're unable to get it out of there. Ball trickles across the center. No one quite able to put it on, and they can't quite get that long-range goal to go in. Mega Blaziken to Vaco. Vaco clearing that out. Great team play to get that ball in the other end, and Blaziken puts it in the back of the net.
Yeah, 37 seconds remaining. I think they're just trying to hit that 7-point mark, which they've ended the previous 2 games with. I think it's just a goal now at this point. They want to make sure that they got 7s on the board.
Yeah, and honestly, they've looked absolutely dominant from the word go in this game. And Mega Blaziken going to try and get another one. Does get saved by Esport 2. And now I think it's safe to say that Forest Hills will be advancing in this one.
Yeah, I think it is very safe to say Bishop Carroll trying their hardest in order to at least get one so that they're not shut out. And we're going to see Esports 1 with the opportunity. There we go, 12 seconds remaining.
I think it's too little too late. They would need they would need 5 goals in 12 seconds, and I don't think that's ever been done. I've seen 3 goals in 15 seconds, but I don't think that's going to be happening. Less than 10 left, and with this counting down, I think this might be GG, and there it is. Ball just needs to touch the ground now, and just like that, Forest Hills wins and is advancing to the next round of the playoffs, where they will be facing off against Windber. So I believe that is the semifinals locked.
Yeah, that should indeed be the semifinals. That is so exciting, right? We have Forest Hills versus Windber, the run back, 2 very dominant teams. I mean, Forest Hills and Hollidaysburg were really fighting for that second seed spot. Hollidaysburg able to just beat them out barely. So I think Forest Hills definitely has been in contention for one of the better teams of this bracket of this season. This is their opportunity. This is redemption. Can they take down the Titan that Windber has become, the unstoppable force?
Yeah, and honestly, that is going to be the big question, because undefeated in the regular season is no easy feat, and the teams are going to be hungry, wanting to take him down in this. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I think that's going to be it from us here for this week. Unless you got anything else, Alex.
No, honestly, it has been so much fun. If I am correct, that's right. We of course have Overwatch happening tomorrow. Of course, that is going to be at 3:30 EDT. Of course, the Esport Company's High School Overwatch League is continuing, so you're going to want to make sure to follow that. Division 1 is taking place on twitch.tv/the Esport Company, and then, of course, later, Division 2 taking place on this channel. You're going to want to make sure you're following all of that action because they are in the midst of playoffs as well. And woo, it is so exciting. I love playoff time. There's so many good games, and teams just they turn up their notch to 100%.
Yeah, they really do. And then, of course, be sure to type in !socials to check out the Esport Company High School League socials. And then, if you want to follow me and Alex on our journey throughout college and other companies, or just follow us for goofy, or at least me for goofy shenanigans. Maybe a little less of that from Alex on Twitter. Be sure to type in !casters to check out our Twitter pages as well. We'd greatly appreciate it. But with that, I think that's going to be it for us. And hopefully we'll see you guys next week for the semifinals. See you guys later.